Oh, got it, got it.
What is up, everybody? I am Kevin Ioli. Welcome. I appreciate you joining me on Saturday in Toronto, UFC 297. Main event is going to be a good one. There's some bad blood between these two dudes. The champ, Sean Strickland, who is joining me now, will defend his championship, the first defense of his title. He won in impressive fashion over Israel Adesanya against Dricus du Plessis. Sean, how are you, my friend?
Good, man. I'm good. Just here a fight week, fucking water loading, trying to make weight. Always the fun part.
Yeah, that kind of sucks. Let's start with this. There's a lot of bad blood between the two of you guys. You had a little brawl at
Uh,
US.
that's here's the thing, dude. People always think like just bad blood. I talked to Dricus after, and like he understands, Like it's funny. People see me fight and they think, oh, there's bad blood. I fight all the time. Like
Yeah,
I fight with friends. I fought my brother. It's like it needed to happen and it was supposed to happen. I'm pretty sure the UFC orchestrated it to happen. But yeah, there's no bad blood. He's a stand-up guy. I liked him before the fight. I like him after the fight.
so I what I was going to ask, I guess, is not. So you're able to not take anything outside the ring into the cage with you, right? You're able to fight without emotion, because sometimes you hear fighters say if you fight with emotion and anger that's bad, but you're able to eliminate that and not do that.
Yeah, you just want to be focused on the task. It's like you shouldn't be thinking about press conferences, family. Like you have a task, you have a goal, and that should be your fixation.
And so with Dricus, did your opinion of him go up after his win over Robert Whitaker? Because he's been on a nice run in the UFC, but that win over Whitaker seemed like it was maybe next level victory.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen him fight, and I've trained with guys he's beat. I've trained with guys he's fought, so I think I have a good understanding about him, and maybe that was Robert Whitaker not taking him serious, but it's
Mm,
like, I mean, fucking top in the world, man. Like, I take everybody serious.
right.
I take a guy could walk in the gym, zero fucking fights, and I treat him like a world champion.
That's one of the things that a lot of your teammates say, hey, when you spar with Sean, you have to be prepared. He's going hard. He's not going to be going 50%. Is that a reason, because you feel like, hey, you fight how you spar?
In time and place. I mean, there'll be guys in the gym who I don't spar 100%. Like this is where people kind of like have the misconception. Yeah, if I don't know you and you just walk in the gym and you want to spar, yeah, we're gonna spar hard. But there are plenty of guys in the gym that I work with. But let's say Ankalaev walks in the gym or Johnny Eblo. Yeah, we're gonna have a fucking death match. It's like I only want to spar my equals. And every now and then you might have a broken egg that walks in the gym and tells me he has an undefeated record and wants to spar me. Yeah, I might fuck that guy up. But I don't pick easy rounds. Like when I walk into a fucking gym and if I see Ankalaev, Francis Ngannou, anybody else, I'm like, hey, I want you one, I want you two. I don't pick easy rounds.
Right. By the way, did you see Ankalaev fight the other day? And that last shot he put on Johnny Walker was pretty brutal.
Yeah, I mean, Johnny Walker's such a stand-up guy. You don't meet Walker and then you don't, not like, but like Walker doesn't deserve to win. It's like where are you training at, Walker? You're training at what, SBC? Who the fuck's out of SBC?
Right. Yeah, you got the
Uh,
coach of the year in your corner.
yeah, Ankalaev will come to Vegas, 3 weeks, 4 weeks in advance. He spars me every fucking day. So
Right.
it's like, as much as I love Walker, you don't fucking deserve it. And, did I kind of want Walker to win just because I like him so much? Yeah, sure, but you just don't fucking deserve it.
Sure, sure, sure. I want to ask you this. You seem like you've taken your game to another level after the accident, right? You were winning a lot of fights before the accident, but the quality of your opponents is higher, and the dominance of your wins is better. It seems like. And how do you respond to that? You had that terrible motorcycle accident that kept you out for a couple of years. Why do you think it is that it seems like you've even improved your game subsequent to that?
It is. I've always been a great fighter, but the weight cut, it's like one of the biggest struggles that people have being a fighter. Because generally, if you're a fighter, you're a fucking loser. I mean, like you don't have a job, you don't really have a career. Like you build your entire identity around like one one thing. I'm a fighter. I'm a fighter. And I tried so hard to hold on to that identity where I was like, I need to go down to welterweight. I need to train 6 times a day. And after my motorcycle accident, there's significant damage I still have. I mean, it's hard for me to drive in a car that put my foot on the dashboard. But I kind of let go of the identity of me being a fighter. And I was like, I'm gonna get a couple paychecks and just maybe I could be a fucking welder or something. So that kind of helped me understand that, being the identity of a fighter, it kind of makes me personally not perform like I should. But like now I just kind of enjoy it. I'm just enjoying what I'm doing.
And you certainly enjoyed the performance against Israel Adesanya, and that was one. Hey, nobody, a lot of people gave you a lot of respect before that fight, but a lot of people expected you not only to win but to dominate, and that's what got me. That Izzy was dominated in that fight. Did you surprise yourself with how one-sided it was?
No, I mean, again, I spar the best in the world. I mean, I spar Francis, Ankalaev. Like I spar the best in the world, on a daily basis. So it's like I don't need somebody to fucking tell me how good I am. I
Right.
sparred Johnny Eblum. He was my last sparring session before my 5 rounds with him before I took off. Like I don't need validation from people to tell me how good I am. I'll go spar a fucking undefeated boxer and do very well. I'll go spar a world champion kickboxer and do well. Like validation of people means nothing to me.
Given the fact that you've mentioned that several times, sparred with high-level boxers and they've asked you to box, have you ever given thought to that? I mean, you're a world champion. I know you have obligation. Has that been something you thought about trying, like Francis has done?
I would like it, but you got to understand with boxing, where's the big money fight at my weight? There's no Mayweathers, there's no Tyson Furies. Like the boxing's a very weird place when it comes to big money fights. The big money fights are probably making what I'm making in the UFC at my weight class. So it's like, unless fucking Tyson Fury wants to fight or Mayweather wants to fight, like, where's my money fight?
Right. Not one there for you. Arthur Beterbiev was not going to get it done.
Yeah, I mean, like, how much do these guys make? What am I supposed to go fight a fucking YouTuber? I mean, yeah, I'll probably make more fighting a YouTuber than I will this fight.
let's uh let's wrap it up with this. Can you give me some thoughts on Dricus and sort of where you think you're going to be able to take advantage and defeat him in this fight?
Yeah, Dricus, it's gonna be a war, man. He fights fucking hard. He wants it. He believes it. That you know, mentally, I'm just ready to fucking, if you can't drown a human being if you're not willing to get in the water. So that's what we're doing.
And last thing about him, he reminds me in one way of Matt Hughes in terms of the physical strength. Like Matt Hughes, one of the all-time great fighters in the UFC, and he had that unbelievable physical strength. Dricus seems to have that too. Is that a factor at all in a fight at this level? Just pure physical strength?
No, man. I mean, I train with Alex Pizzola. I probably fuck his name. He's a Bellator. He's ranked in the nation for pin time. Like, I mean, I train with fucking monsters, guys. Like, it's nothing that you have is not something I haven't seen before.
Sure. Well, on Saturday, he will be standing across from that guy, Dricus du Plessis, Sean Strickland, the UFC middleweight champ. Appreciate your brother. Good luck on Saturday at UFC 297.
Have a good one.
Thanks, man. See you.